That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Isn't it? I think so
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah. But he's dead,
Um,
so.
but he's dead.
Welcome once again to Chill Filtered, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to, but you probably should. Hey, you probably are. That's why we like you. You know, I'm uncorking a cool bottle today of the Glen Grant variety. That's my
Oh,
entry
baby.
list today. And Glen Grant 18. This is partial. Two people helped me get two bottles. So shout out to Ben Klepsig. Shout out to Marco and CO. But beyond all of that, welcome to the podcast. Here's some business for this week. Here's how you can support us. Help us find bottles like Marco and Ben did. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. You can do it if you want. We're down. We're down.
No,
We're totally
there's a
down.
real one. There's a real one in there. Help us find bottles for drink-alongs. Bottles we can
That's
buy
true.
at least 3 of that would make for a fun share for us to be able to get samples in other people's hands.
Yeah, we have one more drink along this month, and then we have the next 3 months. We have only 2 of those next 3 months taken care of. So we would love help with that. We can always figure it out. It's fine. But like if you're like, hey, I really want them to try this. Shout out to people like Ben Klepsig or the Whiskey Shaman, Randall. Or do we even call him the Whiskey Shaman anymore? I still want to call him the Whiskey Shaman. But off-topic whiskey. Yeah.
Hard to get around that. But yes, no, he is now off-topic whiskey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he's a shaman from off-topic whiskey. So
the shaman of our hearts.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's how you can support us. Yeah, if you see something that you're like, I can get 3 bottles of that, just at least reach out. We'll tell you no or yes. And if we say yes, it'll be awesome. So, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, so we've had some really cool ones in the past, like pour wise. So we're hoping to keep that up. We got this month we got the John. No, what is it?
I don't even
J.
remember.
J. Henry Armagnac finish. They're
right.
yeah. So keep that one in mind, everyone. We do cool things, and all you got to do is be on patreon.com/chillfiltered at the $10 tier or more. We've gone way too long on the business so far. I'm gonna pour this Glen Grant 18. Brian, tell me about life. What's new?
I'm going to tell you about pours. What I'm pouring right here. So, of course, Bruichladdich 18 is what I'm entry buzzing on. This is my favorite Scotch to date. This is just and look how much I have left now after what I poured. I was like, should I just pour a Mega Glen? Should I just finish it? But no, I'll save the last bit for another day, maybe. Actually, we got Jim and Patty coming over later today. Maybe Jim and I can split the last bit or something.
Yeah, that's classy. You know why I picked Glen Grant 18? It's a 18-year Scotch, known for its like I don't want to call it like purity, but it's crispness, like its cleanness of palate and stuff like that, because they use very tall, slender stills over in Glen Grant and Glen Roth's area. And so I was like, well, what's the difference between quad distilling and tall, slender stills? I'm sure I'll find out today. So
that is a great idea. Great comparison.
Although the proof is very different. This one's like 92. No, it's 86 versus 126 or 127.
127, yeah.
So yeah, we'll find out. But this is so good. So good.
Yeah. Awesome. And am I correct that Randall's Christmas present to you was also Glen Grant? Is Scotch?
It was also an 18-year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I should have done that one because that's a higher proof too. Why didn't I think of that?
There you go. You can go get it if you want.
I think it's a 17-year.
Nice.
I'm correct. But
way off.
I think it's 18 or 17. Yeah. Well, come on. I should have done that. But anyway, I was able to break past my Fondia and crack a bottle today. So that's good.
Nice. Is it as good as you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I don't know if I like the 16-year or the 18-year better. I'll have to side by side them soon. The 16-year that they don't even sell anymore. Holy cow, that thing is like just beautiful. But although they're both beat by the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottle that Randall sent. Oh my goodness, it's so good. One of the
This
best malt or non-peated scotches I've ever had. Yeah.
nice. The 16 that they don't make anymore. You've just like got one of those laying around or something. Been around for a while.
Unicorn auctions, baby. Actually, the first time I drank it was Miles Ferguson got me a bottle when he went to Scotland. I hadn't even heard of Glen Grant until that day. And then I was like, well, where do I find one of these? And I never found one, but then I found out it was discontinued and got one on Unicorn auctions. Yeah.
Very good,
like
very good.
$80 or something like that. Like with shipping, I think it was like 90. So it was like,
Perfect.
It was worth it. Worth it.
Love it. Yeah. Awesome. You know what else is awesome?
Tell me.
Your ABC lottery win?
Oh yeah, dude. So like, I don't know what the deal is, but like, I was like really hoping to win on the Van Winkle lottery. And here's how it went. Normally, the Van Winkle lottery will send out the winners first, and then we'll send out all the losers' emails. And so I put in for my family, my wife's family too. I put in 7 entries. Seven entries. That's correct. And then early in the morning, probably like 9:30, I get 6 emails rejections. And I'm like, well, that stinks. But there's still hope, because if there's not a rejection, it could mean a, winner. And then later that day, I got a winner. And so I look at the email and I'm like praying to God. I'm like, God, if it is, if I've already won, let it be something dope. Like, let it be like Pappy 23 or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
And so I look at the email and notice there's like a column in the part that they do where it's like, it says it's selected versus not selected. So I only got selected for one, but it was the very bottom of the list was the one I was selected in. So I like almost freak out thinking I just like got a Pappy 23 because it's usually listed last on these said lists. But for some reason, Lot B was listed last. But I'm not complaining. Love me some Van Winkle any day. And now I got 2 Lot Bs.
Really?
Need one more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Only need one more?
No, I'm joking.
I was like, what? For what?
No, yeah. You didn't know I had another Lot B?
It sounds familiar. Did you just get it like within the last year?
You were nice enough to help me get it. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I did completely forget about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, what I remember too is you had one a couple of years ago that I helped you pull some shenanigans to turn it into something else. So
Turned into an Eagle Rare 17 with a lot of other things.
You're like a Lot B magnet over here, man.
I know. I've won Lot B in the past too, besides this past few years. Like, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The Total Wine results should have I say should have not like should have come in, but historically for the last 3 years it's been like this week of March is like March 9th, March 7th, March 6th. So I was expecting on because and then for some reason it's always on a Thursday too, so I was like surely March 5th is when the deals will go out, but they didn't. So maybe next week, I have no idea. Or maybe the week this comes out on Thursday, maybe that's when Total Wine will send out their stuff. But dude, if I'm ever going to win anything from a Total Wine Pappy BTAC, last year was the year. I will never have as many points as I had last year. People
like
put in
2025.
Yeah, correct. To my 2025
so like you
point
should
total.
Do well if you're going to ever do well this year.
Yeah, it's like I will never have as many points for a Pappy lottery at Total Wine than I racked up in 2025. Yeah. So I guess like this is it. If it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen.
What's your number one then?
Oh, well, number one was Pappy 23, of course. Like it just has to be,
Yeah.
And
we've never done that on the show either. So.
Oh, really? I definitely did. I definitely did 23 first, 20 second, but then I think I jumped to like Eagle Rare number 1,
might as well.
Saz number 2, and then I went back to like Pappy 15, and then went to William LaRue Weller and blah blah blah. Yeah.
Nice. To my knowledge, I've only had Pappy 23 once. I know you've had it recently.
I did. Was
But
there a
the last
was
time I
there
had it was when I worked at the bar.
I can't remember. Was there a 23 sample in your in box you recently got from me or no? I
I
couldn't
don't think
remember
so.
if that got
No, I
dished
would have
out that
noticed that one.
night.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be crazy. Well, what a baller, Brian Duncan, for
I
having a
know, dude.
shindig and cracking all of them, basically.
I know.
So
Yeah, yeah. I took a video of
he's
him just
he's a
going down the
baller.
line ripping tabs off.
Crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what a guy. And he's not like full of himself. You know, like some people will be like, yeah, look at me. You know, he's got good stuff and he's willing to share it, which is
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
you need in a good whiskey friend. Whether it's someone who has a Pappy 23 or someone who has like a Stag or something like that. It's
Yeah,
all
or like a sweet barrel pick or something. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, or A. Smith Bowman cast strength.
Oh,
No, I'm
baby.
kidding.
I
Just
wonder
look
how
at
the
me,
five
batch one,
is, you know?
baby.
I haven't
Oh
heard oh
yeah,
yeah. I haven't heard any like reviews on batch five yet. I'm curious.
I'm sure it's amazing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, yeah. It's too
Yeah, how could
bad.
it not be?
We should just reach out to Mr. Bach. No, we
Bach,
shouldn't.
Bachman.
But you know what's funny? Actually, I was thinking about this before we recorded. I was thinking of joking around and being like, Brian, if I ever die, make sure Heather gets Freddie Johnson's phone number. Like,
Oh,
it's just one of
just
those
like
prize things. Like, he basically like gave us his phone number in a nice way, like not
yeah,
as
yeah,
like reach out to me. He's like, if anything goes wrong, call me. And I'm like, but I have Freddie Johnson's phone number
yeah.
now.
No, yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah,
So
I
no, if I
love the
ever
idea that
die,
it's like it's
yeah,
a precious thing to pass down to your children.
yeah, seriously.
But I'll be
And he's
honest,
gonna live forever too. So yeah,
the first thing I thought you meant was if you ever die, I need to get in
make
there
sure
and
my wife marries.
hook
Yeah,
your wife up with Freddie Johnson. That's what I thought you meant.
I'm sure he's married, but I wouldn't be against it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
yeah. So anyway,
It's and lotteries. Speaking of the
hmm
Peregrine lottery, just
oh
happened.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
point at
know.
me, but it's really I'm pointing at my wife.
I know.
My wife's
It was
entry
it
won.
was
Yeah.
it was actually me this time. I
Oh,
my
cool.
my not my wife's account. I pulled
Hmm.
mine, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah.
Nice. I'm excited to try it.
Hmm. I'm very
250
excited.
though. Steep.
I know. Yeah, yeah. 245 delivered. The
Hmm.
I listened to Off Topic Whiskey. I
Yeah.
listened to Randall's interview with what's his face? Oh my gosh, names, dude.
Sammy.
Sammy, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his face? That's what I said. Anyway, to hear him describe the Armagnac and to hear him describe it as like farmer's distillate, like it's a musty, it's a earthy funkiness rather than like a vibrant fruit that you would get off like cognac or something. It just like
Mm.
made me really excited for it.
You're like, "Huh." What's that? What's
Yeah.
that noise you make by text sometimes? Yeah. That's what it was.
Wait a
Yeah, I'm
sec.
excited about that one.
Somebody is stealing a package off my porch.
Take care of it. I'll mention the time. 1320-ish issue 1320-ish. Y'all get back here with that package.
Okay. False alarm. I am curious if it is the same UPS person because I didn't look at the UPS person who came to drop off the package. But then like I got another notification that was like there's another person at
Someone
the front door,
taking package.
and she walked up without a package in her hand and then like reached down and was like inspecting this package. So then I was like,
no.
yo, what the hell?
Yeah. What'd you get? Something epic.
I was you'll see why I was so concerned and why all of this
Any bottle of whiskey, I would be very concerned. But I'm sure they'll be more concerned with this one. Ooh, fun question for you. What's what do you call it? Lappy, what's that? 600? Oh, yes. Open it. Drink from the bottle.
I'm not going to drink from it today. This will be, oh, yeah, Lappy is probably, right around 700.
Ooh, so if it's 700, I could easily get 2 of those would add up to a Willie LaRue 2021.
Yeah.
I might think about it, but yeah.
Man, look at this beaut. Look at this beaut.
That's so full. It's got shoulders still.
I know, right? When he posted it, he was like about 20 ounces left, and I took a look at it. Well, and this was before he doled out.
Did the integration.
Yeah. 3, yeah. He doled out 3 samples to a couple other guys too, who were paying like $100 an ounce for it. So before
he drink any himself?
I think it. Well, so
he had to have.
He estimated that he drank about 5 ounces, but when I looked at it and I was like what I think he drank was probably closer to like 3 or like 2 to 3. So I got a freaking steal on this, but it was quite expensive.
Oh, yeah. wait. So, okay. Smell it.
Okay. I will do that.
Do it.
I cannot believe, I know this guy is a smart guy and he does stuff like this all the time.
And it's apparently a good year.
Well, I cannot believe that guy did not actually wrap top to bottom on this to hold the cork down.
Especially for an already open bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it?
His name in Discord is Real ZD or something like that. He's been on Bikini
nuts. No, go ahead.
He's been on Discord forever. He's a server legend, but he rarely talks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
It splashed me,
dude. Yeah, that's the pressure right there.
Yeah. Smells like oak, man. Smells like oak.
Now we tried the 20 year. We got a half ounce or whatever of the 20. Yeah. It probably wasn't this year's 20.
Nope, it was 2024. The one I pulled it up at the bar. Yeah, it was a 2024. And people generally say the 2024 is it was an off year for Michter's 20.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we just got to get the 25-year rye.
Yes, we do. Oh my gosh,
that's that's like 40,000 probably.
I think legitimately it's 30,000.
Yeah. Still. Yeah. I'm sure it's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, this is just the episode of all tangent episodes. So sorry about that. But I thought someone was stealing my Michter's 20, so
it's worth it. Heck, dude, if someone needed you to sign for a package, I'd be totally cool with that. I get that. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I don't even remember what we were saying.
Crap. No,
Found North Lottery. I said I hit on mine, not my wife's account this time.
No. Yeah.
Oh, we'll go with I was talking about Armagnac, musty, earthy, dank, rather than the bright, vibrant, fruity from cognac. And then you take off from there and say whatever you want to say.
Okay. We'll say 1855 so I can get my bearings. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that one. I'm intrigued by the Armagnac edition, so to the blend. But we'll see. What's his name? Randall was saying something crazy. I forget exactly the phrasing, but he was like, "This is probably one of the best things I've ever drank." Basically. Yeah. And
he really loved the previous Peregrine samples that he got. I remember for sure. I was going through a mental exercise too, because I was like, what if I don't get one? What if because Peregrines are usually coveted. They're usually the hardest lotteries to win. And so I was like, what if I don't get one? How much am I willing to spend on secondary for the hole in my collection? And honestly, like I think I would have gone in the 300s for it.
Yeah.
An extra 100, you know?
Yeah.
But man, if whatever secondary is on this, if it was over 400, I might have just left a hole in my collection. And not that
You
I'm
know
not
what's
excited for it or anything, but that's
yeah.
a tough pill to swallow.
They don't go for 1,500 anymore, which is the good news. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And still Peregrine 1, for the first one, I feel like still goes for 800, 900. Like
Really?
it's
I still got
freaking
it
up
unopened
there.
of that. Not that I'm gonna sell it, but I'm like,
Unopened.
oh, yeah.
So you never opened one of your own,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, I had two, I think.
Yeah. See that right there?
Was that?
This unopened media sample of Peregrine 1.
Ooh. I have a hoverhawk down there. I think they're both open though. I have a Helldiver and a hoverhawk, and give me one moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Check out the collection. Scope it
I
all out.
got a Goldfinch 15. I
Nice.
got a Helldiver 15 and a Helldiver 17 with, partials still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Helldiver 15 unopened as well. So the first Helldiver. But those are my only two media samples that I have unopened. I've opened all my other media samples, but I also have this. This is the chill filtered single barrel sample. And this is unopened too.
And that was prior to bottling, technically. So.
Oh yeah, true. So technically, it could be slightly different. Yeah, but it's obviously, of course, exactly what we drank during the pick.
Yeah. Did I tell you I'm dieting again? Trying to.
Oh no, you didn't tell me that. Does that mean you're running also again now?
I would be. I totally would be. But the only thing is that I'm going on a trip next week. And I didn't want to hurt myself prior to trip, like vacation-y trip. So, but it's hard. I don't like eating well. I am very, very happy that I have boundaries when it comes to alcohol, because I do not typically have boundaries when it comes to eating. And I am a junkie when it comes to carbs and sugar. Oh my goodness, man. Like for example, if I make a batch of cookies at home, I will consider eating the whole batch and not telling my wife that I made cookies, as opposed to eating a few and then telling my wife I made cookies that they can share in. Because sometimes I'm just like, I want this so much, and it's not, and it's such a like a sugarholic thing. Like I don't really, thank God, have any, like, because of my boundaries and because of my mindset on alcohol, I have no problem. I don't seek alcohol when I'm like feeling rough. Like I have a healthy relationship with it. Sugar, on the other hand, and carbs, it's like when people say I can't have one drink. If I have one drink, I will be I'll be found by the cops later. That is me with sugar. If I have one cookie, I will consider eating all the cookies. If I have one, yeah, dude, I mean, it's just crazy. And so what I do in life is stupid. And what I do is I diet until I get to close to my goal weight. And then I just let go for a few months, and then I'll get to my high score again. And then once I get to my high score, I'll be like, well, now that I'm at the high score, I guess I better start eating right again. And basically cutting out sugar completely and really minimizing carbs. Maybe I can have like I had an orzo dish, which is kind of like a pasta-y dish. And I was like,
oh, yeah. We
love
orzo, dude.
Yeah. But that's good carbs. I mean, it's not good carbs. It's good carbs, but it's not bad carbs, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have to be careful with the carbs because, and I have to completely cut out sugar, because if I even take a scoop of ice cream, I'm off the deep end. It's just so sad that I have to live this way, because some people are like, well, you just have to get it into your mind that I don't want that. And I'm like, dude, once I take a bite of that cookie, it's over. It's straight up junkie. Like there are junkies that will be like, well, why don't I just finish that bottle of alcohol bottle of whiskey or whatever, so that no one asked me questions. So no one knew I even had the bottle to begin with. That is me with
Yeah,
cookies. And
I love the idea. I love the idea
yeah,
that Heather comes home and she's like
mm,
smelling. She's like,
yeah, there were
and then she's
cookies
like,
here.
"Where's our cookies, Cole? I can
Yeah.
smell the cookies."
Dude, my wife knows this. Like when it comes to the cookie, like there'd be times where she'd be like, I thought we had cookies. I thought you made cookies. And I'll be like, I made them, but there are none. I'm not even joking. This has happened to me.
Yeah,
Like I mentioned eating the whole cookies. That's happened before.
yeah,
I do okay. I mean, I'm not a big guy. But once I hit like 200 pounds, I'm like, all right, time to bring it back down. And I just oscillate between 180 and 200 all the time. But usually it'll take a few months to go either direction. But I'm on the
yeah.
down slope now, so hopefully I can keep that up.
I have no discipline for eating the correct things.
Yeah,
I
you
cannot
have good portion
live.
control.
Well, yes, but I cannot
Yeah.
live without pizza and
Oh
burgers.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
cannot. I like if it was like, okay, Brian, you're on a diet, so all you're gonna have is this bowl of broccoli and something else for lunch. Like that's I cannot do it. But what I can
Yeah.
do if I need
Mm.
to is like that pizza that I ate at like 4 p.m. That's the only thing I
Hmm.
ate the entire day. So it's like
Yeah.
not saying that that's healthy. So, so please don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm not advocating for this, but like the whole intermittent fasting idea, and then
Mm.
and to go to the extreme and the idea of like one meal a day. Um,
Yeah.
I can totally do that because I can forego eating entirely, but I
Mm.
cannot choose to eat better things.
Yeah. Hey, we each got our own problems, I guess.
I know, right? What's your
Yeah.
last before diet? What's your last indulging meal?
Um, that's a great question.
I figured you'd be like, I eat a whole
It would
Marco's
be
pizza,
dessert.
and then the
Like it
next
would be
day,
like it wouldn't be like saying pizza or pasta or something like that. It would be like going to Shindigs in Richmond and eating like two cookies or two, oatmeal cream pies and a carrot cake.
yeah.
Like that would be my last meal before a big
Mhm.
diet. Yeah.
You can't do pizza because there's always leftovers with pizza. So then, like, you'd be starting your diet, but there'd be leftovers in the house. Game over.
Yeah. So fortunately, like we will do pizza once a week in my house, and I can eat one piece of pizza, but I have to like prep by like eating other things before the pizza. Like I have to basically let it be the last thing that settles in my tummy, and then I'll be like, all right, we're good. But I'll eat like an apple and then a bunch of, chicken and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, all right, you get one piece of pizza. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the same if it was like sugar. Like there's a level of what's the word discretion when it comes to carbs, but there is almost no discretion and no uh, good thinking when it comes to like desserts and sugar and stuff like that. I'm just like, nah,
Yeah.
let's do it all. Yeah, and plus one of the medications I take is has a side effect that I never feel full.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So
you
that's
mentioned
hard.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just keep eating, and I can't tell you if I've ever overate to the point of like bad. Um, and I have that going for me too. Is like I could eat Taco Bell till the cows come home and never feel rough about it. And
Oh,
whether
yeah, that's
that's
right.
Taco Bell or other foods, I could just keep eating and I'm fine. Like, and that's the problem is like I wish I were able to say, all right, that's enough. But that's what I'm
Mhm.
missing in this world is a little bit of that ability to say no. So
Well, I
anyway,
just inhaled my water,
yeah.
so maybe you should send it to break.
Let's send it to break. We'll be right back. We're going to do some cool history on quadruple distillation. And we're back. Really quick note to get to. Hey, Seal Box says come through, and I think they still have bottles left of our pick. So actually, it's funny. Today, Bryan and my shipments went out from Sealbox. So if you want to be a part of that single barrel pick, just go ahead and buy one. It's only $62 plus shipping. And if you buy more, you can buy up to 6 bottles, right? With the flat shipping, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Buy 6 bottles of something else, or buy 5 bottles of something else, one of ours. You'll have a good old time.
Yeah,
and
if you're Steelbox Pro,
yeah,
if you're Steelbox Pro, no shipping, just straight up $63 plus tax, maybe. I want to say that wasn't even tax.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. There's got to be tax.
Oh, there was. Yeah. Oh well, whatever.
Because America. All right. We're drinking. We didn't mention fully what we're drinking today. We are drinking Bruichladdich X4 plus 18. That is a Islay Scotch, not a peated Islay Scotch, but we'll get into that. So we featured a few Bruichladdich products on the podcast before. We've at least done 2 Octomore releases, 13.2, 14.2, and a Black Arts. Is it Black Art? I think it's Black Art.
It is singular.
Yeah. 8.1 is the one we did. Shout out to Off Topic Whiskey for that one. So thank you, Randall. There was. I'm almost positive.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, 100% actually. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Though we've yet to try a branded Bruichladdich product on the podcast. Not like Octomore or Dark Art, or Black Art. We've discussed Bruichladdich as a distillery, and today's history is actually going to go more into the art of quadruple distillation. So today's whiskey actually traces its inspiration back all the way to the early days of Scotch production, long before modern distilling standards even existed. The distillery behind the bottle, Bruichladdich, sits on the Isle of Islay, as we know, which today is famous for heavily peated whiskeys. But Bruichladdich has always had a bit of a rebellious streak. Instead of simply following tradition, they've often looked backward into whiskey history to see what old ideas might be worth reviving. And that's where the story of quadruple distillation comes in. Most Scotch whiskey is distilled twice, and it's kind of the standard across Scotland, giving Scotch its characteristic weight and complexity. Now in Ireland, it's not required, but it's often triple distilled, producing a lighter, smoother spirit, maybe even fruitier and crisper. But 4 distillations, you ask? That's almost unheard of in modern whiskey making. That is almost a vodka thing.
Right.
And yeah, wait till you hear what they distilled this up to. It's crazy. However, historical records from the 1600s describe spirits being distilled multiple times, up to 4 times even, in small pot stills. Sometimes, up to 4 times, like I said, as distillers tried to refine rough early spirits into something drinkable. Distillation technology back then was far less efficient than what distillers have today. So running a spirit through a still multiple times was one way to clean it up. In the early 2000s, when Bruichladdich was revived by whiskey innovators like Mark Rainier and legendary master distiller Jim McEwan, the team became fascinated by these historical references. They wondered what true quadruple distillation in Scotch might taste like if it were produced with modern day equipment. So they decided to try it. The result was a spirit known as X4, which was distilled 4 separate times through Bruichladdich pot stills. Each pass through the still stripped away the heavier compounds, leaving an incredibly pure and high proof spirit. And what they do is they get the hearts of every distillation, basically. Usually on the first distillation, they don't do heads, hearts. But what they did for this was they did head hearts for, I believe, 2, 3, and 4 of the passes through the still, from what I read. Speaking of which, have you ever heard of, what was it called? Like Centuries or something like that?
No.
Wheatley, vodka. I shouldn't be doing this right now. Centuries. Wheatley Century vodka. Yeah, it's called Century.
Century, literally, like 100.
Yeah, literally distilled 10 times with hearts and heads and tails discarded 10 times.
Wow.
I got to try it recently, and I was like, so this is what vodka should taste like.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I was like, basically like, I'm on the search. I love briny things like what do you call them? Olives. I love olives.
Ooh,
but I have
yeah.
not yet found a really good vodka for a dirty martini. Because it's always got a little bit of that weird kind of vodka-y flavor. But I tried Century, and it was like, apparently it's like $100 bottle. I got to try Century, and I was like, so this is what a dirty martini should be made out of. But then again, you don't want to use $100 or maybe like $80 to $100 bottle. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So I'm getting back to Scotch. So get this, guess how much their final distillation round brought the ABV.
I remember seeing. No.
Oh.
I remember seeing
Okay.
it was incredibly high, and like I swear it was over 180. So I'm gonna go with 185.
You're close, 184.
Oh, okay.
And that's one of the highest strengths ever produced at a Scotch distillery. The legal limit for Scotch. What's the legal limit for bourbon? You remember? Yeah. But I'm gonna
I was
pause
muted.
things because I didn't. Oh yeah, you're muted.
Did you
I'm
hear
not
me?
gonna pause things. We're just gonna continue on.
I said
160. You said?
I swear I said 160. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yes, 160 is the limit. You can't go above 80. But Scotch's legal limit is 94.8%, which is, like 185.6. Yeah.
Wow.
Or 189.6.
Pushing the limit.
189.6.
Yeah. But I
So
mean,
anyway, it
getting
was
from 184 to 189, I'm sure, like, because isn't it like exponential where like it might not have even taken just one distillation to get that much closer to 189? Like,
if they did one more, it might have been like still under the legal limit. Yeah.
186 or something. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So this was essentially an experiment, a spirit inspired by centuries-old methods, but produced by modern precision. Most of that spirit was originally released unaged, but a portion was quietly filled into oak casks and left to mature. Over the next 18 years, the wood slowly worked its magic, adding flavor and complexity to what began as an extremely clean, highly distilled spirit. That long experiment eventually became what we're drinking today, X4 plus 18. So in a way, this bottle isn't just aged Scotch. It's a result of distillery asking a historical question: what would happen if we revived a forgotten distilling technique from hundreds of years ago and gave it nearly 2 decades in a barrel? All right, before I get into the details about this pour, I have a hypothesis.
Nice.
And I want to test this hypothesis. What I should have done is gotten like even Redbreast 12 cast strength, because I have a feeling this is going to be kind of Irishy. Because Irish is known to be a cleaner spirit and much more than your typical Scotch. And if I had like Redbreast 21 or something like that, I might do that. But then again, Redbreast cast strength is typically not higher than like 120, like the 12 years. So it'd be somewhere in the middle. But let's get into the details.
Does the proof vary on Redbreast cast strength?
Yeah, on big batches.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I think I'm almost positive, but they do have batch numbers.
I have no idea. I just didn't think. I just thought it was a very standardized thing. I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm not positive. But I doubt they're like trying to get the perfect proof by adding certain barrels. Like I feel like it's just too much work.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, 18 years from quadruple distilled spirit, distilled to around 184 proof, 92% ABV. Only 2,400 bottles that were available from this batch, and they're planning to do more with the distillate. Was this batch one you got?
Yes. I swear you just said 92% ABV. What?
It was originally distilled to 92%.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, and then it was proofed down before aging.
Gotcha.
Unpeated malt, full term maturation in 60% of it was in first fill bourbon barrels, and 40% of it was in first fill Reeve Zalt barrels. You ever heard of Reeve Zalt?
I had to Google it to figure out what that is. I assume you're about to say what it is.
It is a typically sweet wine from a certain region in France. That's all I
Yeah.
got.
I heard it was a dessert wine. Yeah.
And distilled in 2006, and 63.5% ABV, meaning 127 proof. And get this, it's non-chill filtered. Hey, that's not the name of the podcast. 225 pounds. The bottle doesn't weigh that much. It costs that much.
I wish it weighed that much.
Yeah, but that's about $300. USD's nuts. So I was like, should I say it? I'm like, I'm already halfway through it. So, all right, let's sip. I mean, let's sniff.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
One thing,
but also, okay, go ahead.
Before I forget, when you add water to your water pour, notice how the oils like instantly like separate or something. When you drop those drops in there, look at it because it just started like swirling and hazy, and maybe that's flocculation or something. I don't know. But it just like it started to do some wild stuff when I was dropping drops in there. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I did get a really nice nose, and I also got weird. I hate to say this. My first complaint about this. I'm getting aged vodka notes.
Oh no!
Which
you talk too much about vodka.
Is. No, I mean like it's like taking vodka and aging it, like which is basically what this is. But that's what I'm getting. But I am getting fruity. It's weird. It's almost synthetic to some extent. I like it. And there are little hits of maltiness, which I didn't expect. I was expecting a lot cleaner. But yeah.
Man, the nose between this and the Bruichladdich 18 is just miles apart. And really? not just from ethanol intensity, from like actual flavors too. The Bruichladdich 18 has this like nice, soft, like barnyardy funk thing going on. Like Bruichladdich 18 is just a smidge skunky in like in a really fun way. It's just a smidge skunky. But the Bruichladdich X4, like with all this proof, it's really punching. Like the proof is very evident on the nose. But I am in like a bakery. I'm in a bread yeasty bakery and there's some like apricot fruits going on here too. It's definitely like clean and crisp on the nose. There's not like thick, heavy, buttery anything going on there. But man, when you were talking about the vodka stuff, you totally got me to start seeing that too now.
On the palate or just the nose?
Just the nose. I haven't sipped yet.
Okay. I will say, while you sip, the palate sucks. No, I'm kidding. The palate actually takes away all that aged vodka stuff. Throw it out the window. It's a great palate. It is hot, not in a flavor way, but you can tell there's some heat there underlying. It is fruity, and it is clean, but not in an Irish way, in my opinion. This tastes scotchy. But it is crisper than your average. It's not as crisp as Glen Grant, that's for sure. But it's crisper than your average vodka. I mean, your average Scotch.
Yeah, definitely getting the fruit on the palate. And it is very intense. It's lacking the stuff that I like, honestly. It's lacking. I wish, I wish it was more rich, and I wish it was more thick and buttery, but it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's quadruple distilled. Like, what'd you expect? It just, it's not off the first sip, first impression. It's not really my jam. It's not the kind of whiskey that I like. Let me figure out why exactly in subsequent sips here.
Hear me out. like wood matches. Like when you strike a wood match, I'm getting a little bit of that burn smell on the
It's
palate.
really interesting.
But do you get it? Am I crazy?
Mm-mm, mm-hmm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that. But it's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Is
I
that,
love that
that's
smell.
that's kind of minerality,
Yeah.
saline. Like I feel
So
like
yeah.
that's where that's coming from.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
totally not
phosphorus or
crazy.
something. Yeah,
You're totally not crazy, but I absolutely would never have made that connection.
totally. Um, Let me pour a little of this over. I'm gonna add some water.
Yeah. I'll move on
And
to
I'm actually
water.
gonna
I just
pour a little more.
after my second sip, yeah, it's still it's too crispy for me. It's too clean. Um
What do you think
I
of
mean,
Glen Grant then? I think Glen Grant's way more clean than this.
well, so I'm hoping that the water pour turns me around on this because like the Glen Grant that I've had was like summertime sipper, like refreshing.
Yeah.
And the proof on this is keeping that at bay. Like the proof
Hmm.
on this makes it not enjoyable in a light and refreshing way at all.
Oh man, way more aged vodka on the nose with
I
a
think
few
so.
drops of
I
water.
think so too.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, you know what? I'll do a sip of the Bruichladdich 18 before I get going on the water, actually.
You know what's funny? I actually don't hate the water palette. But you know what's funny is like I want to say like the founding fathers of American whiskey were like, yeah, let's make sure we don't age it to vodka level and then, or we don't distill it to vodka level and then age it because it's going to taste
Right.
like aged vodka. So let's just keep it at 80 ABV and less. Yeah.
You know what? I wonder, and this probably isn't physically possible, but if you were able to use a pot still to distill something up to 190, would
Hmm.
it end up tasting like a column still? Is like you remove all the pot still stuff from
I
it
don't know.
by distilling it up to 190.
I want to say no.
Oh yeah?
No, I want to just say it's like alcohol and a little bit of water. You know,
Wowda.
water. Um, I don't hate the water pour on the palate. I want to say I probably enjoyed a little more neat though, a little
Oh
fruitier.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
First sip on water, I'm team water. Like instantly it it brought out the thickness of the palate for me with water.
Uh-huh.
The apricot fruit that's there became way more vibrant with water.
I gotcha.
I think it's a way fruitier pour, and I think that just like nice like thickness came out. It's like I feel like I'm undoing the quadruple distilledness
Yeah,
of this to like get it to be what I want it to be. That's where I'm headed with, and I'm gonna add more water too.
I will say this: it got more velvety and creamy with some water for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add ice.
Oh no. What if ice is like the best? What if I have
It
to
could
ice
be,
this
dude. Here's
every
the
time I
thing:
drink it?
what we
No.
found is like Irish whiskey goes really well with ice, and
That's
usually is best with
true.
ice. And
That's
this is
true.
not far. I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, still a little bit of aged vodka. It's definitely velvety on the nose of the ice pour.
Yeah, dude. I'm team water for sure. I added like I added another 50% water, 50%
Ooh,
of what I added the first time around.
yeah.
It didn't really the two water pours didn't really change much. Maybe in order to get something really different, I'm gonna have to add like a ton of water, which actually I might do that here in a bit. But I'm on ice now with you.
I here's a crazy thing is that you can't fully compare this with like Redbreast 12 cast strength or even like Redbreast 21 because Redbreast 21 and Redbreast in general is a single pot still, which means it has unmalted and malted barley in the mash bill. Now, what we're drinking today, quad distilled, but also 100% malted barley in the mash bill. So it's not like a fair, but I am so surprised by how scotchy this is. especially with some ice and water.
Like you expected it to be more Irish.
Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely. So I'm surprised by that. Yeah, I expect it to be even crisper. Yeah. Or even like Glen Grant. Like I said, this is not as crisp and fruity as Glen Grant is.
Ice, something's up with ice. Absolutely do not like. It got like
Yeah.
very synthetic, kind of rubbery. And actually like the finish with ice is like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure I've ever had a finish this bad with ice.
Oh, really?
Like, it's just like I feel like there's burnt. I feel like I just finished chewing like a tire, like burnt rubber. Like,
Interesting.
do not like.
I normally get on younger American whiskeys, I can get that terrible taste, but it's not too bad for me. I prefer it neat, but it's not terrible to me.
I did, I sipped that Bruichladdich 18 earlier, just in comparison, and I think I got the proof on Bruichladdich 18 is 100, or I mean 100%. Yeah, 100 proof, 50%. Yeah,
Gotcha.
100%.
No,
They got it to 100%.
100% alcohol.
It's it like all the proof from the Bruichladdich X4 like made it so Bruichladdich 18 doesn't really taste like anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. A cool experiment.
Yeah. Oh, and you said that this is one of 4, right? You said that?
At least, yeah, around there. Yeah.
Yeah. There will be 3 more releases in this experimental line. I don't know. I don't remember if it said that those will also be 18-year quadruple distilled, or if they will be, I don't know, quintuple distilled. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I remember them saying they were starting a line with this. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I'm back on the neat nose. The neat nose it has the most like character now. Like I'm seeing like barrel char, and I'm seeing good amounts of like apricot fruit on it. I might be flip-flopping on you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it's super interesting. I am gonna rate this. I do like what they did. I love the idea of experimentation. You know what they should do though? They should do there's always these experiments you see in whiskey where they're like let's give it this or that, or this cask or that cask. But what they should try, one other idea, age it for 10 years, let it rest for 2 years, and then age it for another few years, and then see what that does to it. I doubt it would do. It's probably just the same. They tank things. They say it doesn't change, but anyway,
it's essentially resting in the cask anyway. Now, here's what I thought you were gonna say: age it 10 years, then distill it again.
Hey, it's worth a shot if people want an idea to do.
Yeah. If you got all these barrels of aging stock that you can't sell and you don't know what to do with, try distilling them again after 10 years.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to give this I would not buy this for $300. I might buy it for 80 because it's cool and it's an experiment. But that's high for me on this one, especially having tried it. I would give this a 8.5. 8.5. I think it is really cool, but I don't think it's a really great product. But it, like I said, it's cool, and I dig that. But yeah, I'm gonna get 8.5, which is pretty low on the rating scale. I'd probably give this C+ at best. Yeah, I'm gonna go with C, straight C. C, 8.5.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna go C minus.
Okay.
Like what I'm realizing, like I am forcing myself to assess this, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
And if somebody just handed me this and asked me
Hmm.
like, are you enjoying this? Or if I like
Hmm.
was chilling on the couch some night and I just poured this to just like sip on the couch, I feel like I would be more in the not having a good time camp.
Yeah.
With C being average, I do feel like this is slightly below average because like
Hmm.
average whiskeys get lost on the shelf. Average whiskeys, you taste it and you don't even like, you can't even remember anything about it. And what I'm
Yeah.
going to remember about this is that I was like slightly disappointed. It's just,
Hmm.
it's a little too aggressive. It's a little too offensive. Even the water pour, when bringing the proof down, I took my neat pour and I put a ton of water in it. I probably
Hmm.
put the equivalent of like 25 drops in the remainder of my like half ounce neat pour just to see.
Hmm.
Still,
Yeah.
the finish on it was just like bitter. It's just like
Yeah.
biting and bitter. It's just that I can't find anything that I really want to talk favorably about this whiskey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's weird.
it's gonna get something's off, makes me think this is not so great.
Hmm.
Which is sad because I did pay for this whiskey.
Yeah.
I better
$8.
maybe I'll stick with the Bruichladdich 18 and hopefully someday get a Bruichladdich 21. So hopefully
Hmm.
someday somebody's going through the duty free area who doesn't mind grabbing one for me. That'd be great. Yeah.
Hmm.
Please do that for the Chill Filtered podcast. That's extra business for the during the ratings segment.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Duty. But anyway, um, with that being said, I think it's time for our next segment of the show that we call Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News. And today, first off, just a side note, we got a shout out or a PSA, I guess, from Cody Clark,
Yes.
the mouth. Cody Clark.
Hmm.
He let us know, and therefore we would like everyone else to know too, that apparently Sagamore Double Oak. Cole, do you like Sagamore Double Oak?
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't? It's like it is one of the most like agreeable, very
Yeah.
recommended on my part at least. Apparently, Sagamore Double Oak batches, if you look at the batch code on them, if you see
Hmm.
8AU on the batch code, 8AU, apparently there is up to 10-year Sagamore rye
Oh.
in those Sagamore Double Oak bottles. So this is like the whole
Hmm.
like Russell's LLME thing. Do you remember
Yeah.
Do you remember that whole thing?
Hmm. Absolutely.
There's Russell's LLME in our pool. Hopefully we pull
Yeah,
that
there is.
sometime.
Hmm.
And we're like,
Yeah.
I'd pay $100 for this. And it's like, great, it's a
Hmm.
$30 bottle. But anyway,
Yeah.
keep your eye out if you like Sagamore Double Oak. Look at the batch
Hmm.
code for an 8AU and you might get an extra special one there. But
Nice.
for the real deal, the main event, we got an article from the Whiskey Advocate. And I did not copy the title. The headline is Sazerac's first Tennessee whiskey is arriving this summer, written
Nice.
by Julia Higgins. This came out just yesterday. So this is like super hot off the press here. And it's a rather long article. So I had AI summarize it. And
Nice.
that says Sazerac is set to release its first ever Tennessee whiskey this summer from the newly named AJ Bond Distillery, located in Newport, Tennessee. At the site formerly known as the Avery's Trail Distillery, the project has been a decade-long labor of love. The distillery's name is a tribute to the partnership between the late master distiller John Lunn and master blender Alyssa Henley, whose first initials inspire the AJ moniker. Following Lunn's unexpected passing in 2023, Henley has continued their shared vision to ensure the debut reflects their combined decades of experience in the industry. The whiskey is produced using the traditional Lincoln County process, or if you're that one release from Del Bach, the Franklin
County
County
process.
process. I love that so much. Involving charcoal filtration to maintain its Tennessee roots. To achieve this, Sazerac modified the distillery's existing pot stills and added a column still in 2021, creating a unique blend of distillates that Henley plans to make a signature of the brand. The upcoming inaugural release is a straight Tennessee whiskey that features locally sourced corn from Murfreesboro and is matured in Tennessee oak barrels. That's actually pretty neat. It's matured in oak from Tennessee oak barrels. While the whiskey will not carry a specific age statement, it will contain a significant amount of liquid aged between 8 and 9 years. Nice. Positioned in size between large-scale operations like Cascade Hollow and smaller craft distilleries, AJ Bond represents a major new entry into the Tennessee whiskey market. While Sazerac has long-term plans to build a dedicated brand home and visitor center on a 55-acre plot in Murfreesboro. I gotta say that so slow. It's like so hard to say. Murfreesboro. The current focus remains on the quality of the spirit and honoring Lund's legacy. The launch also marks a full circle moment for Sazerac, which, despite its long history in the spirits world, has not owned a Tennessee whiskey brand until now. What do you think, Cole?
Few thoughts. First, we knew about this. We
couldn't
have
really
said it at the time, but Sazerac did tip us off to this, and we're really excited about it. Secondly, have you ever had, besides Traveler and Traveler, Benchmark, and what's that other one? Benchmark. What's the other one like Benchmark?
Super mass-produced Sazerac stuff?
Yeah. Besides those, have you ever had a bad Sazerac product?
Oh,
Besides Fireball. You know.
I mean, you're. Here's what you're saying. You're saying besides the bad Sazerac products, have you ever had a bad
stuff? Yeah.
But of course, the answer is no, though. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, as it should be, because when you take the complement of the good and you subtract one minus the complement, you get the exact thing you were looking for.
Boom, there you go.
So, yes, I think this will be great. 8 and 9 year components in their Tennessee whiskey. I have a feeling this is going to be on point. But what's cool is if you look into the article and it's on its own, basically, Sazerac gave Alyssa and John, they said, you have full reign to build this product. Because they were at Avery's Trail Distillery. They didn't fire them. They're like, we'll keep you on, but build something for Sazerac, basically, is what they said. And so they were like, okay, we got time, we got the money, we got the resources. We're going to build something really cool for Sazerac. And I thought that was really cool, and I bet it's going to be good. I can't wait to try it. Yeah, I think it's going to be dope. And then one other thought I had, I bet you they're going to not only make good stuff, but they're going to do really cool special releases too. So as Sazerac,
you think so?
Does.
That'd be cool. I mean,
could you imagine a Tennessee whiskey BTAC? Basically, I know it's not Buffalo Trace, but basically, they would do that. No doubt, Sazerac knows what they're doing in that realm. So and they'll be very picky. But they will put out a cool product. It won't call it a BTAC because it's not Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
but
it's
they put out something fancy.
Antique collection, the SAT.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have a good feeling about this. I wouldn't be surprised, actually. They were very protective of the mash bill. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mash bill number 1 or 2 that was Lincoln County processed.
Oh, wait. But
there's a good chance it's not.
These two people running the show here,
they got to make their own thing.
They were distilling their own stuff. Yes. So I don't know.
And that was my other thought, actually.
Yeah.
They used to make Popcorn Sutton whiskey, apparently.
I don't even know what that is.
It's basically a brand. But do you know who Popcorn Sutton is?
No, sir.
Oh, brother. Popcorn Sutton was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, moonshiner known to the more recent time in history.
Huh.
And you know what's crazy? The craziest thing about Popcorn Sutton, my wife is related to Popcorn Sutton.
Oh, what? That's so cool.
Isn't it? I think so, too. Yeah. But he's dead,
Um,
so.
but he's dead.
But he's dead.
So I do want to call out, and I
Mm.
flicked back from my AI summary back to the
Mm-hmm.
actual article from Whiskey Advocate. What they said is the whiskey won't have an age statement. Henley wants to bottle to flavor profile as opposed to
Mm.
pigeonholing the distillery to specific ages. But she notes that there will be a good amount of 8 and 9-year-old liquid in the first release. They didn't even say majority for what it's worth.
Nah, I
There
don't
will be
believe it. I mean, they've only
a,
been doing it so long.
a good amount. So,
Yeah.
take that as it is. That
Mm.
is literally what the article
Dude,
says.
I would drink a 5-year product from Sazerac and not worry about it.
Well, but like Cole, tell me what you thought about Traveler.
It was terrible.
Look,
But that was a gimmick.
yeah, it was a celebrity whiskey, literally,
It
right?
was, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
It was a
fortunately,
total gimmick.
there are no celebrities backing this, so hopefully it's
Yeah,
better than celebrity whiskey level.
yeah.
But we talked to Corey about this. Corey McCauley,
Mm.
everyone's favorite
Yeah.
Sazerac PR dude,
Ayo. Besides
and
Jaleesa and Christy, just in case they are listening to this, we love you all
yeah.
at Sazerac.
Yeah, thank you, Cole. Thank you.
Mm.
Anyway, it sounds like they're excited to send samples out for this. So fingers crossed, cross your fingers for the Chill Filtered podcast, business number 3. Cross your fingers right now that we could get a sample of this. And
Yeah,
we will give you our honest review. And that will be the ultimate
we should
test,
reach out.
Cole.
That's true.
You need to give an honest review of this. And we
Yeah. Oh,
will.
no doubt I will.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we did Traveler, and we did not we explained the ways in which we thought Traveler was subpar.
And we did
So,
a
of
blind
course,
too, so that was what made it even more
yeah,
special.
if
Yeah.
it comes to that on this, we'll tell you the
Mm.
truth. But hopefully, we get a sample. Hopefully, get to check it out.
Hey, we might as well hit up Corey now because it's a fish. All
It's a
right.
fish.
Do we have a question this week? We were not going to go over results because we are a week, whatever, we're a week lapsed or whatever. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, correct. So we do not have results. We will next week, but we have a question for you now. And since we were drinking a Scotch, which we rarely do these days, the
Yep.
question is, what's your favorite Scotch distillery or Scotch
Ardbeg.
distillery if you're a Scratchy? Oh, good. All right, Cole already went, so I'll go ahead and say Bruichladdich. All right, done. Now moving on.
Okay. So I do love a good non-peated Scotch. Love me some Glen Grant. Usually that's my go-to. I love Aberlour. In the non-peated section or varieties, those are my top 2. Trying to think if there's any others that I'm like, oh, totally, don't forget that one. Yeah, it's in the Highland Speyside region. It's gonna be Glen Grant. But in Islay, it's gonna be like definitely Ardbeg. There is a sweetness and a brininess and a perfectly balancedness that comes from almost every Ardbeg product, in my opinion. And it
Yeah.
is just beautifully sweet, briny, and smoky. I love Ardbeg products. There's only one product that I was like, this is and that was Ardbeg Scorch committee release. But everything else, even Ardbeg 10, I love it. They got good stuff. And like I much prefer Ardbeg 10 over Lafroig 10 over some other, other ones. But I actually would say that like in general, it's Ardbeg, but there are exceptions where it's like, oh, dude, Glen Grant, that single barrel that I got to try is better than some things at Ardbeg, but like in general, Ardbeg is killing it on every level. So that's my choice. But yeah, why do you think Bruichladdich?
I will say the number one thing I resonate with Ardbeg is the sweetness, man. And some releases have more sugariness than others, and the ones that are more sugary, dude, I'm all about those. Those are so good. But yeah, dude, I love Bruichladdich so much. You talk about the balance, and it's like everyone has their own definition of what their balance is. The balance that I like is Bruichladdich. And like it has shown me that in general, I just love unpeated Islas. There's this like there's this intensity to them, and it's like when Islas are peated at like, I don't know, 95% of the time, that the intensity is like off the charts because the peat just like carries it over the top for me. And when they're unpeated, it reins it back in. It gives you a glimpse into the intensity, but it doesn't completely overwhelm your palate. So that's why I love unpeated Islas in general. And just the best one I've ever had to date still is Bruichladdich 18. It just like it keeps like a good buttery thick mouthfeel while giving you a glimpse into some like barnyardy skunky, but maintaining like sugary sweetness throughout, and like all of that levels out for like a weird wide spread of flavors that none of which like stomp on the others. I love it.
Mm-hmm. In the future, we should do a top 3 Islay distilleries, because there's like 7 or 8 of them.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd go. I'll just give it now: Ardbeg, Bruichladdich, Bowmore. Much above Laphroaig and Lagavulin of those two. Yeah, and I like Kilchoman, but I prefer the others.
Yeah. The Lagavulin 10 sherry surprised me a bunch. We did that on Reentry Buzz not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Really like
Laphroaig sherry. Laphroaig sherry was.
Oh, did I say Lagavulin? Yeah. Laphroaig sherry for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely so like Kilchoman. To work my way down from Bruichladdich gives me more of the barnyardy and skunkiness. And like it's like I want a funky pour tonight, so I'm gonna go Kilchoman. And then if I want a sugary and viscous pour, I'm gonna go Ardbeg. So that's why, for me it's Bruichladdich,
good word.
Kilchoman, Ardbeg for sure.
Nice. They got good stuff going on in Islay. Small little island. A lot of good stuff. All right. Do we ever even discuss what we're drinking next week?
Let me look here. It's next week. It says Dunno on the show notes. So Dunno. Dunno. I don't know.
Oh, Dunno, like Dunno. Yeah. Why don't me and Bryan will discuss. We will hopefully put up a 2-Pick Tuesday, the Tuesday after this.
I love the idea that like Dunno was like, Dunnough, that distillery. You've never heard of that?
Dunno Glen, or Glen Dunno. Dude, that would totally be a distillery. Glen Dunno. Like with a Guh or GH, at the end. Oh man. Well, anyway, I hope you guys will vote for that. Thanks for joining us. I hope I spanked Bryan on the reentry buzz.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope I get spanked on the reentry bus. Haven't done that one in a while. Yeah.
Whew. That's great. And I hope you get spanked, listener and viewer, by how good this reentry buzz will be after this. But most of all, listeners, viewers, friends, family, we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. I'm sure he's married, but I wouldn't be against it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.